Nothing really brings home the spirit of gratitude for those who made the ultimate sacrifice, quite like Lawndale's Memorial Day ceremony. We honor those who gave their lives protecting our nation and the freedoms we all enjoy. And we acknowledge and appreciate the love, support, and sacrifice of the families left behind.
Cut! Right! Face! Forward! March!
You know, Memorial Day is a very special day that is set aside by our nation to honor our military personnel and to remember those who have given the ultimate sacrifice for our freedoms. This memorial wall behind me commemorates those who have died representing Lawndale throughout the globe, those that died for our freedom, those that died that our God-given rights may be protected.
Almighty God, maker of heaven and earth, giver of life and breath, and also director of war and peace, the flag that stands at half-mast today before us reminds us of great sacrifice that has been made in an effort to purchase the freedom of our country.
Ladies and gentlemen, today the nation celebrates Memorial Day. We're all proud to honor and pay tribute to the men and women who have served our country with distinguished courage in times of war and in times of peace. Today serves as a solemn reminder that our security and liberty are possible because of the men and women in uniform of every generation since the Revolutionary War.
All the veterans that went to war and didn't come back, they should be honored on Memorial Day. This is their day.
You know, it's very important that we don't forget those who made the ultimate sacrifice for this nation. All the freedom that we enjoy in this blessed nation is because of those men and women who've given up their time, their dedication, and ultimately their life. And that's why it's very important that we come together as a community to celebrate Memorial Day.
This city, it means a lot. It should mean a lot because there's a lot of veterans here, as you saw the preview, up on the stage. It's overwhelming for me because my dad was a veteran, I'm a veteran. It means a lot to me because, you know, their war's over, ours continues.
It's absolutely important that we take time to remember on Memorial Day. It's not just the start of the summer. As you can see from the memorial wall, every town has a story. Like Army Specialist Contreras from Lawndale, an infantryman who lost his life in Afghanistan. And it's important to remember what those young men and women did for our country and for ourselves so that we can stand here today and have the freedom to speak in front of a microphone and to celebrate the good things we have in life and to never forget the men and women who died to give us those freedoms and rights.
I was very honored, but we were very patriotic back then. It was, you know, like everybody asked, was it a job or what? And I go, no, I just wanted to serve my country because, you know, the Vietnam War was really rough for all of us back then. And I totally enjoyed serving my country. The only thing that hurt was seeing some of my comrades go out and then fly back in and they were wounded or hurt. And I definitely want to do more for all of our vets.
Well, certainly, for any real objective that needs to be accomplished, you have to have boots on the ground. You have to have someone that's willing to go and actually deal with whatever the problem is. And obviously, we have a lot of threats that face our nation. And so, when people go in harm's way, ultimately there will always be a cost associated with. There will be some that just don't come home. And for everyone that goes over there, they all know that that's a possibility, and yet they're still willing to go. We don't have a military in this day and age where people are forcibly conscripted or, you know, dragged off against their will. But everyone is a volunteer, and everyone knew the risks, and everyone went overseas. You know, wherever they were told to go to do the mission they were given, and you know, we've had some great many advances in medicine and life-saving, but there's always a few that just don't make it back, and so it's good to take a day or a half a day even just to honor those that had to pay that price.
The City Council and veterans would like to thank everyone who attended this year's event. To find out how you can help military veterans here in the South Bay, go to www.vva53.org, and if you're a vet and you want to find out more about the benefits you may be eligible for, you can contact the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs at www.va.gov. So while money doesn't grow on trees, sometimes you can find it in a garden.